Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Jordan here. So we discovered today that we made a pretty big mistake. I mean, it's not massive. It's fixable, and that's what we're going to be doing in this video today. We're going to be fixing my mistake. But I made a mistake in regards to the table, just the table construction, I guess. I mean, I measured these tables, I swear, like 50 times. Like, I know the classic statement, measure twice, cut once. And I did that. I was precise with my measurements and I thought I got everything perfect. But apparently, not everything is perfect. So we're going to be fixing my massive mistake today. It's not what I wanted to do today. I wanted to install train track today. That's what I was working on when I discovered this mistake. Well, actually, I discovered it a few days ago, but I discovered how difficult the mistake is going to be to cover up if I don't fix it correctly today when we were installing train track. So what did I do and what is the mistake? I'll show you that right now. So obviously when building a Lego city, you want to try and make your tables in a 5 or 10 inch dimension because 5 inches would be a half base plate, 10 inches would be a full base plate. And that's what we did here. We made our tables 60 inches or 40 inches. So 4 base plates or 6 base plates. It lines up perfectly. Okay, that's what I wanted. I wanted it to be exact fit, but for some reason this is sticking out a little bit. I have no idea why. Because from the wall to here is 140 inches. This isn't the end of the world. I can live with that. I don't know why it's doing that because literally I have measured so many times. It makes absolutely no sense to my brain why it is larger than it should be. I don't know. I don't understand what is happening there. Maybe one of these base plates is the wrong dimension. Is that it? Are these not 16 studs? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. They are. So I don't know what's going on there. I can live with that. And this you can see is perfect. This right here is perfect. Okay? But this right here is off by 1/8 of an inch. So this base plate corner is just a little bit off. But I'm okay with that. 1/8 of an inch is close enough for me, right? So I'm okay with this table here. No big deal, no problem. And this gap is 25 inches and this table is 60 inches. This gap right here is 20 inches, so it should be just perfect. But you can see the base plate is not perfectly lining up because this base plate ends right there. You see it? Or sorry, yeah, it ends right there. So we've got about half an inch there. So what that's going to do is it's going to create a 1/2 inch white spot all the way along the edge of this table. And then of course, because this table is 60 inches, and you got 6 base plates, it's going to cause a problem here where this overhangs about 1/2 an inch. So like, okay, I can deal with that. That's not a big deal. Like hanging over 1/2 an inch, I'm okay with that. It's all right. I could very easily fix it because our table frame actually doesn't have to move. All we have to do is unscrew the tabletop and then move over the tabletop 1/2 an inch, and it fixes our problem. And we would just use this as an alignment tool. So we'd move this piece of wood over to the edge of that base plate. Pretty easy to do. Just got to remove all this Lego, grab the screw gun, unscrew it, move it over, put it back on. Pretty easy. But I was like, you know what? 1/2 inch, no big deal. I'm okay with that. We're good. Then I finally got to this section of the Lego city because we start over there, we work our way over here. And now I realize that it gets worse and worse as you progress over. But my measurements are right. That's what I don't even understand because I even left a gap here because they weren't right. But now we have about 1 inch and I can't work with 1 inch. 1 inch has to be fixed. I'm not going to leave this white and I'm not going to have 1 inch overhanging onto no man's land. So we have to move all of this Lego off of this table right here. This all has to go. All this stuff has to be moved. All this stuff has to be moved. I've got to, undo the screws, move over the tabletop, screw it back in spot. Luckily for us, this one's going to be super easy to move. This is super easy. This one here, not so much because my raised platform is on that table. So I don't know if when I get these screws out, if I'm going to be able to push this hard enough so that it just slides over the inch that we need. I don't know if it's going to be that easy. Removing this platform is just not an option. That's going to be really difficult to do. But what I could do is I could put my car jack under here and I could put it on this table and I could jack it up so it just lifts that up. and then I can slide it over. So I might do that depending on how hard it is to move. So what are we going to do? Well, I guess the first thing we better do to fix this problem is clear this section of the table. And we actually don't have to clear the whole section because this is actually 3 different pieces of wood. So the first one comes to here, then there's a small one, and then there's a larger one over here. So, blurry. But all we have to do is remove the first section, move it over, screw it on top. So let's get to work because it's not really a daunting process, but it's more of an annoying process that I want over with ASAP. Hopefully when we fix it, it's fixed and I don't have to worry about it. Did I have to tell you about this? No, I did not. I could have just fixed it on my own, but I just want you to see the trial and error process and just the entire process of us rebuilding this awesome Lego city and also this Lego room. So yeah, let's get to it. So honestly, pretty quick and easy just to remove all of the Lego, take out the 4 screws and move it. So you can see there's the first panel and now, oh, it's a little bit short there. A little bit short there, but what about the other side? Right on the money. So what's up with that? Bump it over a bit, put it in the center, I guess, like that there. Now the issue is I drilled all of these pilot holes and countersunk these screws and had it all screwed in, and it was screwed into the 2x4s, right? But now look, when you come under here, you can see that's where the hole is. So if I put that into the 2x6 like that, it's gonna split the wood for sure. It's gonna come up the side of it. So I'm gonna have to drill new holes, I guess. Probably just down and over a bit and put one right there. Does it really bother me? Not really. This is gonna get covered up, but it does bother me. It does bother me, even though it's covered up by Lego. Having another hole over here is still gonna bother me. Okay, don't tell anybody, but I'm honestly considering not screwing in the tables at all. Just leaving it on there, like tabletops, not in spot. All right, I might put like 1 screw in this one on the end, as this one here, because I've bumped into this table edge quite a few times. But if I just put 1 screw in the end, maybe we'll be able to get away with that. I haven't bumped into those tables at all, and there's gonna have all the weight of the Lego on there, right? That's a lot of weight. Oh my gosh, I just started putting modular buildings back, and I was like, I'm not gonna screw this in place, but I did put the 1 screw in this one, like I was talking about over there, because it actually lined up with the large 4x4 post, so I didn't have to drill a new hole, so I just put it into the 4x4 post, and Jose literally just bumped into this table, like 1 minute after doing that. See, and look, I did put it back in, and it went right into the 4x4 post because it's in line with that, so it just went right into the 4x4 post. That's hilarious. So good thing I did screw this table in. Well, I won't lie to you folks, that went super easy, super smooth. It was very easy to fix, and I'm learning a very valuable life lesson here. Just don't stress the small stuff. You know, everything can be fixed with a little bit of time and a little bit of patience. You can fix stuff. However, let's see how this one is here, because that raised platform over there could be problematic. Let's start removing all of these amusement park attractions from this table here for what seems to be the 100th time. So look at that, no car jack required. You know, there's a little bit of a gap there, but nothing we can't bridge with mills, right? Mills plates are strong, they're like bowls. You see? Nothing gonna snap through there. So my question to you fans of Lego, okay? I guess base plates when they're clipped together are not 10 inches. Because I know for a fact that when Stingbricks and I measured, this length from this wall to here, or the tables, were 270 combined inches. I could go through all the measurements and I could pull up my measuring tape, but I guarantee that starting in that corner and coming all the way over here to this table edge is 270 inches. So why are we out by about an inch? Why did we need the inch space? Why did it work out to not being 270 inches, but 271 inches? I guess maybe there's just like a little bit of space between each plate. Is that it maybe? Crazy, hey? But yeah, after I get this screw in, and thankfully this screw is gonna go into that there, it's going to be fixed. Well, actually, no, it's not, because we still have to do this one here, but that's going to be super duper easy. Just got to take out a couple screws, move it over, and Bob's your uncle. Well, holy Toledo, we got that done. You know what? Now I'm stress-free. Now, okay, well, that's not in the right spot, but now there's no overhang. There's no white space. There is a little bit of a one here. Okay, so we could fix this one here, but look how insignificant it is. Like, that's minimal. That's not even 1/8 of an inch. But we do have the space around this pillar here. You can see there's about just under 1/4 inch there on either side that we could work with, that we could bring this over. But look, you can't even see the overhang on either side. So this table I'll probably leave on its own, but I'm really happy that we decided to do these ones. And it's brilliant that we made our table frames smaller than our tabletops, because now we have that 4 inches of space on either side. And I'm glad that I left them unscrewed. Well, I screwed a couple back in. Like I screwed this one back in, and that one over there back in. But I'm glad that I left it, because now if we need to make marginal corrections, it's super quick and easy to just move the tabletops over. The only ones that need to worry about are the ones that are in like a high traffic area, like this one here. So, I mean, I wasn't even supposed to be doing this today. I was supposed to be installing the train track. But to tell you the truth, now that the amusement park is completely cleared, it's going to be easy for us to install the new train track that we want to install. That was supposed to be the video that was coming out today. Train's operational in the Lego City, but I guess it's not, because now we have a disaster here and we got sidetracked for a couple hours. Not even a couple hours, hour and a half. So we also went to our OB appointment today too. But yeah, I just want to remind you guys that if there's something small that's, you know, presents a small problem in your life, or something that prevents you from moving forward or something like that, but can be easily solved, I even need to remind myself, just take a couple deep breaths and, you know, don't let it get to you, and just whip out the old drill and fix it in this case. I mean, it wasn't too bad. Moving all the Lego was sort of frustrating. When we came across the problem, I was like, no, I don't want to move it all again. I just came up with this layout and everything looks good, and now I got to remove it all, unscrew these tabletops. And, you know, I didn't even think that was the case until I looked down. I was like, okay, it's not that bad. We just have to unscrew the tabletops and move it. So just, yeah, remain calm and patient, and big problems are easy to solve. I thought that big problem was going to be a lot more difficult to solve than it was. So yeah, everybody, thank you so much for coming on by. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. Not part of the Lego room rebuild, because I don't want it to be. Just fixing my problem and let you know the process. Remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Farewell.